BrenTech here, where tech is made simple. So Microsoft have recently rolled out a new version of the PowerToys utility app, which is version 0.61.0. And if you are using the app, you can just check on updates for updates, and that will update you automatically to the latest release, which Microsoft says they are focusing on stability and improvements with version 61. And the key highlights are quality of life improvements for Always on Top, FancyZones and PowerToys Run. And FancyZones and PowerToys Run seem to be getting quite a few improvements and fixes in recent version upgrades to PowerToys. Now, just to mention two general improvements, the new Windows 11 context menu entries are now correctly added to Windows 11 dev channel insider builds, and they've also fixed an issue that caused a random accent key to be pressed on certain keyboard layouts when enabling some modules. And then moving firstly to Always on Top, which is a quick and easy way to pin windows on top of other windows. And there are 4 fixes here. And the first was the border was flickering when activating. That's been addressed. There was a bug causing Always on Top to activate and hang when exiting PowerToys. That's been fixed. There were black edges appearing on rounded corners. That's been addressed. And then lastly, they fixed a bug that was causing 100% CPU consumption, which I think for some users could have been quite an issue. So that's been addressed if you did experience that using Always on Top and getting a 100% CPU consumption and usage. And then moving on to FancyZones, which lets you create window layouts to help make multitasking easy, very similar to the snap layouts on Windows 11. And FancyZones has received 3 fixes and improvements, all to do with monitors. And the first is there was a bug that caused layouts not to be applied correctly when many monitors reported having the same serial number. That's been fixed. There was a bug that caused layouts to not be applied correctly on some virtual monitor setups. That's been addressed. And then a rows default layout is now applied to vertical monitors instead of a columns layout. So that's 3 monitor improvements for FancyZones. And then moving on to PowerToys Run, which is a quick launcher that has additional capabilities without sacrificing performance, and you can activate that by Alt and Space, and that will put the desktop search on your desktop using PowerToys Run. And they've improved performance by saving the search history files only on exit, and added support for showing localized names for some Win32 programs in the Programs plugin. And then the installer for PowerToys has received 1 or 2 improvements. They've updated the .NET dependency to 6.0.7, and that's needed for the PowerToys utility app to run on both Windows 10 and 11. And then the app won't create a new PowerToys shortcut on update if it's been removed manually by the user, so just take note of that. And in case you didn't know, PowerToys is available for both Windows 10 and 11, and you can download it from the Microsoft Store on both operating systems. So thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.